Imagine unearthing an ancient relic, a tangible link to the past. The thrill of discovery, the rush of excitement as you brush away centuries of dirt to reveal something that has been hidden for millennia. Now imagine that relic potentially belonged to a pivotal figure in history, the brother of Jesus. This isn't just any historical figure. This is someone who walked alongside one of the most influential individuals in human history. That's exactly what happened in 2002 with the discovery of a simple, unassuming bone box known as an ossuary. At first glance, it seemed like any other ancient artifact, but its significance was soon to be revealed. This wasn't just any ossuary. It bore an inscription that sent shockwaves through the world of biblical archaeology and beyond. The words etched into the stone were a direct link to a time and place that has shaped the course of history. The ossuary, made of limestone, was found in the hands of an antiquities collector. This collector, often dealing with items of immense historical value, knew immediately that this find was extraordinary. Its origin was a mystery, but its inscription was clear. The clarity of the inscription left little room for doubt about its potential importance. It read in Aramaic, "James, son of Joseph, brother of Jesus." These words, simple yet profound, connected this ossuary to a figure of immense religious and historical significance. Could this be the resting place of James, the brother of Jesus of Nazareth? The implications were staggering. If true, this would be a direct link to the early days of Christianity. If authentic, this ossuary would be one of the most significant artifacts ever discovered from the time of Christ. It would not only validate historical accounts, but also provide a tangible connection to the biblical narrative. It would provide tangible evidence of the existence of Jesus and his family. This discovery could potentially rewrite parts of history and offer new insights into the life and times of Jesus. It would be a physical connection to the very roots of Christianity. For believers, it would be a powerful affirmation of their faith, and for historians, a priceless piece of the puzzle. The discovery ignited a firestorm of debate and controversy. Scholars, theologians, and archaeologists from around the world weighed in, each bringing their own perspectives and expertise to the table. Was this ossuary the real deal, or was it an elaborate forgery? The stakes were incredibly high, and the world watched closely as the investigation unfolded. The world waited with bated breath as experts began their analysis. Every detail, every mark on the ossuary was scrutinized. The outcome of this analysis could change our understanding of history forever. The ossuary itself is a simple, rectangular box, typical of those used in Jerusalem during the Second Temple period, from the 1st century BC to 70 AD. These boxes were often made from limestone, a material readily available in the region, and were used to store the bones of the deceased after the flesh had decomposed. Ossuaries were used to house the bones of the deceased after the body had decomposed. This practice allowed for the reuse of burial space, which was particularly important in a city like Jerusalem where space was limited. This practice, known as secondary burial, was common among Jews in Judea at the time. It was a way to honor the dead while also adhering to the practical needs of the community. The bones would be carefully collected and placed in these ossuaries, which were then stored in family tombs. The inscription, etched into the side of the ossuary, is what made this particular artifact so remarkable. Inscriptions on ossuaries were not uncommon, but they usually included only the name of the deceased. It reads, Yaakov bar Yosef Achui de Yeshua, which translates to James, son of Joseph, brother of Jesus. This inscription is unique because it includes not just the name of the deceased and his father, but also his brother. The names themselves are not uncommon, but the combination, particularly the inclusion of brother of Jesus, is what made the inscription so explosive. It suggested a direct connection to one of the most significant figures in history. The inscription is written in Aramaic, the language spoken by Jesus and his followers. Aramaic was the common language of the Jewish people in Judea during this period, used in everyday communication and religious texts. The style of the script and the grammar used suggests that it dates back to the 1st century AD. Experts in ancient languages and scripts have analyzed the inscription and confirmed its authenticity, adding to the significance of the find. This places it firmly within the time period of Jesus and his family. The historical context aligns with the known timeline of Jesus' life and the early Christian community in Jerusalem. The ossuary, along with its inscription, offered a tantalizing glimpse into the past. It provided a rare physical link to the early days of Christianity and the people who were part of that history. Could this be the actual bone box that once held the remains of James, the brother of Jesus? The possibility sparked intense debate among scholars, archaeologists, and theologians. The possibility was both thrilling and unsettling. If true, it would be one of the most significant archaeological discoveries related to early Christianity, offering new insights into the lives of Jesus and his family. The names inscribed on the ossuary are significant for several reasons. James, Joseph, and Jesus were all common names in first-century Palestine. However, the combination of James, son of Joseph, is specifically mentioned in the New Testament as being the brother of Jesus. The Gospel of Mark identifies James as one of Jesus' 4 brothers. The Gospel of Matthew lists James first among Jesus' brothers, suggesting he may have been the eldest. James is also mentioned prominently in the Acts of the Apostles and the Epistle of James, indicating his important role in the early Christian community. The inscription's reference to brother of Jesus is particularly striking. It suggests a direct familial connection between the deceased and Jesus of Nazareth. This is significant because it provides potential extra-biblical evidence for the existence of Jesus and his family. The names on the ossuary taken together form a powerful link to the early Christian movement. They connect the artifact to a specific time, place, and group of people, adding weight to its potential authenticity. Section 4. A Journey to Atlanta. This chapter delves into the fascinating journey of a significant historical artifact, the James Ossuary, as it made its way to Atlanta, Georgia. In 2002, the ossuary was brought to the attention of the world when it went on display at the Royal Ontario Museum in Toronto, Canada. This event marked the beginning of a global intrigue surrounding the artifact. The exhibition, titled The James Ossuary: The First Archaeological Link to Jesus, generated immense public interest and sparked a global debate about the artifact's authenticity. People from all walks of life flocked to the museum, eager to catch a glimpse of what could be a direct link to the historical Jesus. Later that year, the ossuary traveled to the United States for an exhibition at the Carlos Museum at Emory University in Atlanta, Georgia. The journey itself was meticulously planned, ensuring the artifact's safety and integrity. The exhibition, From Discovery to Doubts, the James Ossuary, presented a more balanced perspective, exploring both the arguments for and against the ossuary's authenticity. This nuanced approach allowed visitors to form their own opinions based on the evidence presented. The exhibitions in Toronto and Atlanta provided the public with a rare opportunity to view this controversial artifact firsthand. The chance to see the ossuary up close was a once-in-a-lifetime experience for many. They also served as a platform for scholarly discussion and debate about the ossuary's significance and its place in history. Experts from various fields gathered to share their insights and challenge each other's views, enriching the public's understanding of the artifact. The ossuary's journey from a private collection to prominent museums highlighted its potential historical importance. This transition underscored the artifact's value not just as a religious relic, but as a piece of human history that connects us to our past. It also underscored the intense public fascination with anything related to Jesus and the origins of Christianity. The ossuary's story is a testament to our enduring quest for knowledge and understanding of our historical and spiritual roots. Section 5. Whispers of Doubt. Despite the excitement surrounding the ossuary's discovery, questions about its authenticity arose almost immediately. Some scholars pointed to inconsistencies in the patina, the natural surface layer that forms on ancient artifacts over time. They argued that the patina on the ossuary appeared to be tampered with, suggesting a possible forgery. Others questioned the inscription itself. They argued that the style of the lettering was not entirely consistent with first-century Aramaic script. Some even suggested that the inscription might be a later addition, added to an authentic ossuary to increase its value. The Israel Antiquities Authority, the government body responsible for antiquities in Israel, launched an investigation into the ossuary's origins. Their investigation focused on the ossuary's chain of custody, attempting to trace it back to its original find spot. The doubts surrounding the ossuary's authenticity cast a shadow over its historical significance. If the ossuary was indeed a forgery, it would be nothing more than an elaborate hoax. The world watched and waited as the investigation unfolded. Section 6. The Shadow of Controversy. The controversy surrounding the James ossuary deepened when the Israel Antiquities Authority shifted its focus to the ossuary's owner, Oded Golan. Golan, a prominent Israeli collector of antiquities, claimed to have purchased the ossuary from an antiquities dealer in the 1970s. The IIA accused Golan of forging the inscription on the ossuary and of other antiquities-related offenses. A lengthy and highly publicized trial ensued, captivating the attention of both the academic community and the general public. The trial, which lasted for 7 years, centered around the authenticity of the inscription and Golan's alleged involvement in its forgery. Expert witnesses presented conflicting evidence, debating the inscription's linguistic style, the patina on the ossuary, and the tools that might have been used to create it. In 2012, the court issued its verdict, acquitting Golan of the most serious charges related to forgery. However, he was found guilty of illegal possession of antiquities and sentenced to a